The water catchment system yesterday, or last night at about 8:30, was out of control. I did a little test earlier in the day, and coming out of the spout, 5 gallons took about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And to come out of this hose, 5 gallons was 2 minutes and like about 10 seconds. Well, last night I came out here, this thing, water was just coming over, and I'm surprised it's up to there. It must have been raining pretty hard. I ended up putting a hose onto this valve, opening it all the way up to help divert some of the water. And this water in this red hose just goes out to the pasture out there. I'm going to go check and see how well that's coming out. So I'm surprised that it's filled up that high. That means this can't even keep up. And this is a bigger hose. This is a 3/4 hose. That couldn't even keep up last night. So, but this is all kind of dry in here, so I know that it wasn't spilling out over the top. Anyway, this is just a 1/2 inch rain overnight, so 1/2 inch of rain in about 8 hours. And I don't know, rain's starting to die down right now. But I guess the big question is, will it dry up? How long will it take to dry up? All right, farm like that. So water is still coming out of this hose at a nice steady stream. Just not enough. I mean, it must have really been raining for it not to be able to keep up. So, and it's all going downhill. So, alrighty, fans, farm life. So, you can see in here, I'm going to clean this thing out. So I think this stuff here looks like pollen from the roof, and you can see it's all around the edge of this thing and then down inside there as well. I'm going to go ahead and empty the rest of this water out. I had it quite empty, but it rained today, so anyway, I'm going to empty the rest of this water. I'm going to clean all of this out, set it back up. So I think most of the, pollen and stuff is off of this roof. You can see, like right here, it's kind of coming out, but I think that's the bulk of it. And but it looks like it's all settled. The water that kind of comes out was clearer. So anyway, I'm going to get this all cleaned out and then let it fill up again. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, and we'll see what it looks like then. Farm life out. Alrighty, fans, farm life. Got it all cleaned out. All the stuff's out. It actually came out a lot easier than I thought it would. But it's all cleaned out now. So it's supposed to rain tonight. See what comes in tonight. How much comes in. I'm going to go ahead and put the hose back up on the top. So it'll, actually I think I'm going to put the hose still back down here, but I'm going to leave it turned off so it fills up. Yeah, I better not, better put it up here in case it fills up overnight. It'll drain out. So I want to do a little test. If it's raining tomorrow, I want to see, if it's raining hard, I kind of want to see how much water comes out, kind of what the flow is. But anyway, so that's cleaned out now. I think we can call that good. And then we'll see how much rain we get tonight, see what it looks like in the morning. See if it still has more pollen in it. I believe that's what that was. Anyway, so we'll do another test tomorrow and see what we got in there. Farm life out. Hey, fans, farm life. I'm going through some videos trying to get one of this water catchment actually together as an actual video, from building the platform to putting on the container to testing it and I don't know what happened. I don't see any of it with this configuration right here. So I'm going to backtrack a little bit and say that I originally, if you remember, well, you will because you'll see it, this connection up here was just for a hose, garden hose, like these right here. And it would not keep up with, when it's raining out, this 100 gallons fills up, I mean, within 20 minutes, it's full. And with a garden hose hooked up to here and a garden hose down to here, it's barely kept up. But on a real rainy day, it wouldn't keep up at all, just overflowing. So anyway, so we got a 2 1/4 inch bulkhead here, goes on to 1 1/4 inch inside diameter, which I rigged up this PVC piping down to make a little bend, and then I put on this inch and a half lay flat. It's basically for a water pump. Originally I had that blue hose hooked right into here, but it would come out and bend and kink. So I devised this system for the blue hose, and it runs out along the side of the barn and then out into the pasture. This red hose is basically kind of a backup. If it's raining, you know, super hard, I'll open up the red hose too, and we'll divert both out. So this blue hose and the red hose, I've got them running up alongside the back of the barn. I did have them just running right through here, but we had cows in there, we had to process. So anyway, I moved it. It comes out down here, and I don't know if you can see all the way down there. When it is got a lot of water in here, this hose, I'm surprised what it does. It does hold water. You can almost see it's round here. It's round, a little more round here. It's got water in there. And then when it's flowing, it flows pretty good, and it will dump out quite a bit of water. So you can also see that right where that hose is, it's kind of green. And then, like I said, that red hose empties out right there, and I do use it to fill these troughs. The black hose goes back to fill that tank up back there when it gets empty. Right now, I don't even think there's any water in here. We haven't had rain in a while. Oh, yeah, we're full. So on a rainy day, the blue hose pretty much keeps up. The red hose, like I said, I have this just in case I get torrential downpour. I can run them both to keep this from overfilling, but I haven't had it overfill once since I put this bigger hose on. It seems to come out pretty clear now. You let it run for a little bit, especially when it's full like this and all the sediment has settled down to the bottom. When water is actually coming in, it does get a little turbulent, and you will get some cloudy water coming out. So let's take a trip down to this water tank down here. We'll see how full it is. And it takes quite a while to fill this up. If this is empty, then so it's about half full, and it's pretty clear. But if this thing is empty, I'll just turn that hose on, and one full empty one of these is equal to that full blue tank down there. So but it just takes a while to fill up, and I'm not going to be out here, and if I just opened it up, it would overflow, and I don't really want that to happen. So I couldn't find any videos, like I said. of this setup. I don't know what happened to them. I have been finding videos are getting saved on my computer to like old dates, 2016 for some reason. So I'm just going to use this as a, throw it in there somewhere, edit it in somehow. But I wanted to get a picture of this setup. We are going to buy a 500-gallon tank, and I think that'll be part 3 of this, because I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, because that tank is 70 some inches tall. So just sitting on the ground, it'll come up to about here. So it'll come up to here, just sitting on the ground. So not sure how I'm going to work that out, but that'll be part 3. And even if I just drain it from this blue tank into that tank, and then use that tank to fill up that. So anyway, this is a part 2 wrap up, closeout of this water catchment, the waste management water catchment that I call it. Farm Life out.